Michael Adrian Davis Morning Show featuring the lovely Kathy Hart. You can check them out every morning, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., followed by Jamming with Jamar from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And from 2 to 3, we have student broadcasters that will be on air. And then from 3 o'clock to 7 p.m., we rock with Brother John. And then from 7 to 10, we have Paul Gabala with Paul's Place. All right, y'all, in my quest to get as many schools and teachers and students and parents to talk about the National Dance Week, which starts tomorrow, I have another school with me today, and this is Cummings K-8. Woo! I want to make sure I say it right. Cummings K-8 is in the building, and I have a good friend of mine, good principal, man. I've been working with him for some years. Mr. Coleman is in the building, the principal. We also have the, let me make sure I say this right, the dance program lead teacher, former JSU, J-Stat, what's it called?
J-Set.
J-Set. Oh, Captain. Oh, okay, that's that, you know, y'all GSU people, boy.
GSU.
I mean, JSU. See, I better get it right. See, Mr. Coleman? Yeah, Thea, I love you. Yes, ma'am. My bad. I said it on purpose. You know, I just want to get a reaction. Now, Miss Tierra Lewis is in the building. Also, I have a student, Tashana Bates, and her mom is here, Tanisha Bates, in the building with Brother John. So, jumping right into a principal. We're talking about this Sprout program, and it seems like it's taking off like wildfire, you know, because I share with all the principals, dancing is something that our baby's been doing forever. And now you're going to put some structure to that, and it seemed like that may take off even more. Dr. Hines said it was like 1,200 this year, and he looks to double that next year. So from a principal standpoint, what does something like Sprout, the program, mean to you?
The program, to me, it allows students to definitely tap into their creativity. It gives them that exposure that they need to, again, various genres of dance. But it also does something that I've noticed this year as well, too. It teaches cooperation, collaboration, supporting one another. Whereas oftentimes kids can tear each other down. But this program has actually been able to build that, where now they support each other. They praise each other. They come back again. You don't see a lot of frustration, as we saw in the beginning, where kids, if they couldn't get a step.
Right. You know how babies do. You ain't getting it right and start checking them and stuff.
So through that difficulty and through that challenge, but the way it's structured, we've been able to see again a decrease in behavior problems. We've been able to see definitely again a rise in academics because it promotes concentration. Kids have to count. That's coupled with math. Kids have to definitely be able to focus in what they're doing because they have to think through what they're doing in terms of executing the dance steps and the programs to be able to make sure that their presentation is of high caliber and quality. So I just want to say thank you to Dr. Hines for definitely allowing our students to have this opportunity because it's been very meaningful thus far.
All right, now that's going to lead right into the teacher. I mean, to make sure the dance program lead teacher, I want to make sure I get that right. But Miss Lewis, I mean, you being a former dancer at JSU and doing what you did, how does it make you feel? Because before, you don't get to see dancing involved in school unless it's dance or after party or something at the school, at the football game, basketball game. But now this is something that's structured. How does it feel for you, especially since you're a dancer?
Oh, well, for me, growing up, I did have the opportunity to be in a part of a dance program in Shelby County Schools. So now the fact that I can put my hands on it and give them what I was given growing up, giving back exactly what I was given. And it taught me a lot: time management, leadership skills, self-motivation, self-discipline, just be comfortable, confident, all of that. All of those things were good aspects that I took on, through my collegiate level, career. All of that is very, very good to have. So to be able to give that back to them is awesome.
So that's like an extra bonus, Mr. Coleman. I mean, you got a dancer that's going to teach the program?
Yes, sir.
That's a win-win. All right, so we get to the mom. We're going to say the student flag because, that's why we all are here. Yeah. But mom, Ms. Bates, how is it to see your daughter be involved in something like this? Because, they always say, if you're not a basketball, track, football, or softball, some people feel you can't do nothing. But with something like dance, how does that make you feel that now that your daughter has an opportunity to pursue something like that?
I feel great. When I first saw my daughter perform and reading around the Christmas tree, I was just amazed. and they later performed at Polar Express, and even at Reading Around the Christmas Tree. I am a dance mom.
You a dance mom, like when the
Yes.
moms on TV?
Yes,
Wait a
I'm a
minute, hold
dance
on.
mom.
You a dance
Because
mom.
the students, the girls, the dancers needed some more leggings.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll go to the store. I can go and get those leggings before their performance. I got them. Okay, I'm running to get these leggings to make sure my baby and the other babies had what they needed.
Uh-huh.
And I love seeing my daughter and the other students perform. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's a way for them to express themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just great.
And how is it like? Do you think that these babies they need parental support? Because you know, I mean, since you know everybody want to perform, and you can perform for teachers and principals, but when you performing for family or mom or dad, how important is that for these babies to see that?
It is crucial for our babies to see the parents there. When my daughter look up and see me, sometimes she don't even know I've made it, but she'll glance back while she's performing, and a smile that comes on my daughter's face.
Come on now, you can't buy that. You can't buy
It's
that.
irreplaceable.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and that's also why I choose to work at night, because I want to be a part of everything
Come
that
on,
my
Mom.
daughters
Come on,
are
Mom.
part of at school. I want to be able to support my children along with the school and the faculty as a whole.
Wonderful.
In everything that they do.
Man, look, Mr. Coleman, I think this one, we'll have to play this one for the superintendent so he can see we got some parents out here, we got teachers out here making things happen. All right, so we're saving the best for last,
Yeah.
Miss Tashana. So now, just turn that mic around to her for me, please. All right, so what does this program mean to you?
It means
What it feel
it
like?
means a lot to me because when I do it, I'm happy and like it helps me when I'm frustrated or sad.
So, Mom, now you hear that? Now you hear that
Yes,
now, right?
sir.
And principal, man, come on, Coleman. I mean, that's what you want to hear. You want to hear a child do something and feel happy. Like Joe was saying, better about herself. She got leadership skills from that. So this can lead to something totally even more important.
Like I already told you, the dramatic results we've already been tracking. So the students, the 15 that have been participants in the program.
15?
Yeah,
Okay.
for this first initial or inaugural year, on that end, a significant decrease in terms of behavior problems. As you just said, again, she feels happy. She feels
That's
huge.
huge.
Supported.
Right.
She feels like, again, it's an outlet for her to be able to express herself. And not only that, but I also say, again, our kids can dance, but getting the formalized structure,
That's it. That's it.
again, tap and jazz,
Right.
those things again takes it to a whole nother level for them. Where
Right.
now it's challenging because this is something new I've never
Right.
been exposed to before, and so I just think about those things. And so what Tayshana just said, I think she just captured it
She
beautifully.
beautifully. That's why it took her a second to gather her thought, because she wanted to make sure she say it, and when she said it, she killed it. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now back to the teacher, the lead, dance program lead teacher. You know we got all the latest dances. You know our babies. I'm talking about. They got it's a new dance every week, every month, but it seemed like with a program like this, yeah, they learn how to do these dances, but like what Mr. Coleman said, now we're going to take that what you do and now flip that into something constructive, something where it's like either theatrical or a form of dance where people can say, okay, they're doing more than just, as they used to say, butt jumping back in the day.
Right.
So why is it important that we should stress dance? Because it seems like it's a trend, but I think Shelby County Schools and Dr. Hines and his people and staff had maybe onto something very big. So what can we do and keep this going?
Well, I think that exposure can help very, very good in career and even in college. I had the experience to dance in elementary, and in elementary I was doing pom and cheer. When I went to middle school, I was doing majorette dance, hip hop, or maybe jazz. And then I moved on to high school, and it kind of got a little bit heavier on me, and I was feeling very, very challenged. It was a harder, majorette style dancing, very hip hop, lyrical, that was off of the walls,
Right.
twirling, all of that. I got that exposure when I went out to college. It was like, this is easy. I got exposure to that during my elementary time, my middle school time, and now I'm able to count. I'm able to look at this and judge everything else and be able to compete as well.
Good.
When I can compete and I'm looking at it like, oh, I'm competing with these other people there. I thought they were better than me and I won.
Come on now.
So,
Come on now. Come
out of
on.
these
Represent.
It's a good thing. When you start off early and you
Right.
get these kids in here early, they learning how to focus in this, they learning what good it comes out of it, you can get your scholarships in.
Right, right, and
You
that's
can
big.
get into college a little bit more easy and you can have something to focus on even in college. And that same way that you felt in elementary, like she said, you get that same feeling in college. Wow, I'm doing this, and then you might be in Beyonce's video.
Come on now. You see what she just did
you
with
might
what she
be-
just did.
Right.
Come
You
on.
might be at the president's White House
Right.
doing some type of dance, but there is so much exposure for you don't know what.
Exactly.
So this is a good opportunity for those kids to go ahead and get it in now.
Right. So, Mom, what do you say to other mothers that have babies or young children that's interested in dance? Because it seemed like since you said you were a dancer, but what do you say to those other parents to see their child dancing and be like, look, come on, you got to do something. We got to get into that Sprout program. What would you say to other parents to get them involved?
To other parents, I would say to them, step up and support our babies, support their dreams, support their goals, because dance is not anything like to me. It's just as important as playing basketball
Yes,
and
ma'am.
running at football
Come on.
and all other sports. Dance is a sport as well.
It is. Come on
It's
now.
a sport, and it takes just as much practice as the basketball players.
Go ahead, Mama.
And the football players,
Come on.
and soccer players as well. So the parents have to step up and support our babies with their dance and everything, and just let them know that we're there for them as a whole. And live your dreams, and the sky's the limit, and there is no limit.
There is no limit. So, I mean, Mr. Coleman, I want you to close this out, man, because I'm literally blown away. This whole day, I mean, just showed me when you hear from, we talk to principals and teachers all day long, but when you hear from parents and students, that's why we have jobs. But what would you say to other principals to get the program at their school? Because you know what it's doing for you. So if it's bringing down some of these, incidences and changing behavior, how would you promote this to other principals that doesn't have it yet?
My mindset is always what is good for my students. If I feel like, again, if I have the demographic where my students are saying that they need a vehicle for expression, be it theater, be it drama, I think the arts are a great way to definitely, again, allow students that avenue and that opportunity to do that.
Right.
I would just say for any principal, and I think we're all in this, for the students.
Right.
I know at the end, and I know the superintendent wouldn't place us if
Come
that
on now.
wasn't
Come
definitely,
on.
again,
Come
what was
on.
in our heart. And so I just always say, again, principals have to stretch themselves and say, again, what is needed for my school to take my school and my students to the next level? Are there opportunities for them to lead in different areas? And so dance allows that. This Sprouts program gives students that opportunity to do so. And so I just want to thank Dr. Drew Davison, Dr. Hines, and again, always Superintendent Hobson for
yes,
definitely
sir.
again, making it possible for schools like Cummings, in Soulsville, USA, that prides itself on music and performances. We have to definitely maintain our competitive edge and being able to give the people what they want.
That's right.
And so if the people want, again, dance, they want these avenues. When I look at all these dance shows that are on television
Oh,
now,
come on now. Like you said, dance, Mom. So it's
Yeah.
some dance stuff all around.
And I see, again, P. Diddy and all these other folks definitely doing these reality shows where they're always trying to, again, up the ante when it comes to performances and what's happening.
Right.
It's one of those things where there's a definite market for it.
Yes,
and
sir.
So there's a need for it. And if there's where we're going and we're trying to train our students to be college and career ready, which is part of that Destination 2025.
Look at look, check him
falls
out.
into that. So I would definitely say to all my principal colleagues, this is a worthwhile program. You definitely need to reach out to Dr. Hines and Dr. Davison to figure out what can you do to make it come to your school and make it a reality.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all coming through and sharing these stories, because this is how we promote the district in a positive light. And like you said, Mom, it's the same kind of discipline as football and soccer and basketball. That right there hit it on the head. So we might have to get you back up in here like a parent panel or something, because what she said is true. Don't look at dancing, oh, they just dancing or they just buck jumping. It's like mom said, look, let me go get y'all these leggings so we can make sure this thing look right.
Yeah.
So that means she got an eye for quality and representation. So thank you so much, Mom. And thank you so much to your daughter, Miss Tashana, and also to Miss Lewis. Thank you so much for coming through and keep doing what you are doing. Take it to the top. All right, no limit, like Mom said. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Cummings is in the building. Cummings K-8 is in the building with Brother John. And I had my guy, Mr. Coleman, he said it. He said, we got to get the people what they want. That is Superintendent Hobson's #1 song for Shelby County Schools. It's the unofficial but official song of Shelby County Schools. The OJs, get the people what they want. Thank y'all for listening to Brother John. Don't forget, we got Ladies Night coming up at 6 o'clock. Joya will be here with Brother John to take y'all into Ladies Night. Keep it locked, 88.5.